Welcome to this channel where I read the stories I have penned, both new and old. Beginning this week, I will read the whole episode on Wednesday instead of reading it in two parts. Don't forget to listen to a tiny story on Thursday. So let's begin the episode 7 of Alienated in an Ancient Land. A test that changed everything. Did it? Lohitaksh went back to the room and started mumbling. His muttering was inaudible. Mitresh did not sense anything unusual because it was Lohitaksh's normal behavior when sleepy. Mitresh went about his work. He was recording the measured data and searching for more information on the internet. Lohitaksh suddenly rushed out and started yelling at him. "Oh God, she knows!" he said, clutching his hair. "Okay, let's grab a drink. I think you went a bit too far with the flirting this afternoon." Mitresh pulled Lohitaksh aside and poured another drink. Lohitaksh was feeling relaxed after 2 glasses of the restorative drink. "You know, I was cold inside," he said, jabbing his finger at his heart. "Then," he continued, pointing his finger at the drink, "2 glasses of it spread warmth there. I am now happy, warm, and restored." He spoke thickly and collapsed into his chair. Mitresh was used to seeing his friend have anxiety attacks. He made Lohitaksh walk with support to the couch. After making him sit, Mitresh gently pulled the lever of the recliner, and Lohitaksh slid back in the couch. His legs were still on the ground. Placing his feet on the footrest and covering him in a blanket, Mitresh checked one last time. He then went about his research with the measured values. Lohitaksh was now flirting with Tanya again and gently slid his hand into hers. Dysesthesia kicked in. Lohitaksh could feel electric shocks surging through his body. He jerked awake to find himself alone in the room. He remembered coming to a hotel, but waking up in his room surprised him. He walked into the kitchen, drank a glass of water, and began calling for Mitresh. "Hey, buddy, what is this? We had checked into a hotel, right? When did we return?" "Where are you, bud?" he shouted. Strangely, his voice echoed from everywhere. It was his room, but something was amiss. It didn't feel like his room. He went to the cupboard and opened the shelf to look for the image he always wanted to see, but there was no photograph. The cupboard was empty. He scratched and smacked his head twice. "If it is a dream, this should wake me up," he told himself loudly. He heard an explosion outside and ran out, only to find that his door opened to space. He looked around. His room was floating in the space. "How am I even breathing? This is definitely a dream," said Lohitaksh to himself. "What should I do to wake up?" "Mitresh, if you are listening to me sleep talking, give me one of your best punches or the hardest slap to wake me up. I'm stuck in my dream," he began shouting. He then heard Mitresh's voice loud and clear. "With pleasure," and felt a burning sensation on his cheek. Mitresh had slapped hard on the cheek. An invisible blow to his stomach winded him. He clutched his stomach and collapsed on the floor, but did not wake up from the dream. "Wait! It hurts badly. Can't you be more gentle?" he mumbled. The next blow to his abdomen was pretty soft, as if a child was trying to tickle his tummy. "Okay, I get it now. You see, I'm stuck in this dream, which I cannot wake up from. Your slap got wasted on me. It didn't wake me up at all," he shouted, believing that Mitresh would hear every word of it. I know what to do, said Mitresh, and went away to prepare an injection that soothed the nervous system. He returned with the injection, but found Lohitaksh wide awake. So he went back to dispose the contents. Lohitaksh looked confused and angry for some reason. That was weird. I'm yet to understand what happened to me. Was that even a dream? He mumbled. Tell me all about it. I'm all ears. Where were you? Mitesh asked eagerly. You won't believe I was in our room. And guess what? It was floating in space. As soon as I saw the space, I understood that it was a dream. So I began hitting myself, but it was no use. Lohitaksh was about to continue when Mitresh cut in. Here, I got it all on camera. You sleep talking and hitting and asking me to hit you. It was hilarious. Pardon me laughing in the background. Mitresh offered his unlocked phone and played the video. After watching the video, Lohitaksh's mood lightened and he became normal. He began telling the tale about how he woke up. As if realizing you are in a dream isn't weird enough, the waitress materialized out of thin air when I was talking to you. The irony is, my dream began with her. Initially, I was flirting, but it changed. And then again, she came to me and began wooing me. With each touch, I was getting electric shocks. The last one hit me hard, and I woke up, concluded Lohitaksh. Never heard of electric shocks that wake you up. I had always thought shocks would knock you out, giggled Mitresh. You should have been there, said Lohitaksh, and walked away hastily. Enough of my dream. So, did the readings tell you something? Asked Lohitaksh eagerly. Yes, they are higher. All we got to do is link it with aliens, shrugged Mitresh. Which is the most difficult part, added Lohitaksh. Let's get searching for reports that link elevated signal values to alien life forms. Mitresh grew excited and sat with his work. Also, we need to find who the aliens are. Don't forget that, yelled Lohitaksh from the washroom. Tanya and Shamit were careful this time. Tanya exercised control over the emotions that were trying to destabilize her composure. She was focusing on the vast space of the universe and trying to release the energy into the void. Gradually, her face became a picture of sereneness. She gently opened her eyes and smiled at Shamit. You did it, darling, hugged Shamit. It is almost time for the visit. Let's not delay it anymore. Saying so, they decorated the room with colored powder and lit earthen diyas. A strange, mind numbing aroma of incense sticks filled the room. Shamit and Tanya sat around the decorated pattern and began meditating. This time, they were in control of their emotions. Each night, their astral soul wandered about in search of the Ancient One to seek advice. Tanya and Shamit felt lonely on this planet and were disillusioned. They did not know their purpose. So every night, their astral bodies traversed the universe in search of the Ancient One to know their purpose and to find the true meaning of their existence. They visit every nebula, white hole, and powerful star emitting high energy in a way to find the Ancient One. They were also confused with their ability of the energy exchange that occurs with the humans of the earth. Even though the journey energized the astral body, the physical body had to bear the brunt of the tiredness of the journey. On returning from the journey, their bodies would show visible signs of tiredness in the form of tired and swollen faces, hands, and feet. But their agility remained intact. Who is the Ancient One? Will they find him or her? Now that you know Shamit and Tanya are not from this planet, What do you think will happen to them? Who will find them? Will they be exposed? Listen to episode 8 next week to know more about them.